Dribbling, running with the ball at your feet, is the simplest way of developing and improving one's ball sense. At a gentle pace, run with the ball at your feet. Touch the ball with each step, alternating between the inside and outside of your foot. The ball changes direction constantly. Relax with your weight on your forefeet and, with short taps, carry the ball along. Of course, you also use your weaker leg. It's tricky to start with, but you'll find it soon gets easier. When dribbling, it is important to touch the ball as often as possible, preferably with each step. Finally, after 4 touches, take the ball with the other leg. In other words, dribble alternately with the strong and the weak leg. Take the ball with the other leg in a single movement. Walking with the ball, draw the ball backwards slightly with each step. Touch the ball properly with the tip of your foot sole, alternating between the strong and weaker leg. Walking forwards and backwards. Ball sense develops through lots of ball contact. At this age, the ball is the greatest football resistance. It is better not to focus too much on other resistance, such as the opponent, time, space, etc. Now start running and carry the ball with your foot sole, first forwards and then backwards. Children of any level can improve quickly in a short period of time. Certainly, if enthusiastic trainers can demonstrate the exercises properly. Draw the ball back with your foot sole and immediately push it forwards with the inside foot. After 2 taps with the inside and outside of your foot, draw the ball backwards again and open up your foot to push the ball straight forwards. When you pull the ball backwards, the leg you are standing on cannot be rigid but has to be moving. Keep moving actively on your forefeet. After practicing with your weak leg, switch legs after each movement. After pushing the ball forwards, the ball is transferred to the other leg. It doesn't look too difficult, yet at this age it is tricky to get the ball to do what you want. Carry the ball along with your foot sole while running sideways. Make sure you're running sideways and touch the ball with each pace while swiveling from the hips. Run on your forefeet and move your knees straight up. Move the ball forwards with your strong leg and, while facing the same way with your face, pull the ball back with your weak leg. Try to make sure the ball runs as straight as possible. Move supply and touch the ball with the underside of your forefoot. This is not easy to start with. The concentration of children between 6 and 7 is not that advanced yet. It is therefore important that you don't repeat the same exercise too frequently. Alternating with games of 2 against 2 or 3 against 3 is a good idea. The children get to touch the ball frequently, also improving their ball sense. With the tip of your foot sole, move the ball forwards alternately with your strong and weak leg. Take a few steps after pushing it forwards. Stretch your foot and move the ball forwards with your strong leg and your weak leg. Children of this age often only train once a week. This is, of course, too little to make rapid progress. In addition to the games they will hopefully play with their friends each day, you can also stimulate the children to practice the exercises at home. Giving them 1 or 2 movements they like as homework each week is often effective. Place the sole of your foot on the ball and at the same time give it a tap with your other foot. Both legs are in action at the same time. Right foot on the ball, a tap with the left leg. This is a fun, if tricky, exercise. Both legs have to do something at the same time. Very difficult to start with. The same as the previous exercise, except now the ball is played behind the first leg. After you have placed your foot on the ball, turn the body by 90 degrees and tap the ball with the inside foot of the other foot. This movement can be used as a passing movement, with the ball on one side of the opponent and running past the opponent on the other side. Roll the ball along your foot sole from your heel to your toes and back again, with your right foot at an angle to the left and with your left foot to the right. Many children tend to roll the ball to the outside, with their right foot sideways to the right. With the inside of your foot, roll the ball sideways in front of you. Before the foot touches the ground, roll it back and practice with the other leg. Maintain good contact with the ball by pressing down on it slightly. The foot does not leave the ground entirely, and everything is done on the spot. The latter has to do with balance and body coordination, which improves immediately. After practicing standing still, the standing leg, or support leg, joins in at a hop. Roll the ball 4 or 5 times before switching to the other leg. Keep your foot on the ball and roll and skip. In a stationary position, roll the ball forwards with the inside of your foot or foot sole, back and forth. Pretend you are passing the ball with the inside of your foot, but roll over the ball and back again. Alternate between your strong leg and your weak leg. This looks like a feint kick, pretending you're going to shoot and pulling the ball back with the underside of your foot. Feint kicks wrong foot the opponent, making them easy to pass. These movements are a little more complex than those in the ball sense chapter. All the exercises are intended to improve ball control and physical coordination. Swerving, turning and spinning with much variation. Mastering the ball and body. Of course, the exercises are done repeatedly with both legs. The exercises are performed in a zigzag. Just in front of the cone, play the ball in front of you and take over with the outside of the other foot. Do not change the direction of the ball. After the second tap, play the ball in front of you again. Touch the ball with each step. Play it with the inside of your foot with the strong and weak leg and carry it along directly with the outside. Like dribbling, the ball has to be touched each step. Practice until you can do the exercise without missing the ball each step. Play the ball in front of you with the tip of your foot sole and extend by 2 taps with the outside of your other foot. A tricky movement. Good practical demonstration is far more effective than a long story explaining how a movement works. A lot of talking is useless for Group F pupils, as they find it difficult to concentrate. The children want to move and not stand still, having to listen to someone. The trainer must demonstrate the movement properly and let the kids get on with it. Force the ball forwards at an angle with your weak leg, and not backwards or at an angle. Touch the ball each step you take, so don't run without touching the ball. With the inside foot of your dribbling leg, Step over the ball and carry the ball with the inside of the other foot in front of you. After 2 taps, the second with the outside of your foot, step around the ball with that leg. Stepping around the ball here means from the outside to the inside. After 2 gentle taps, a short sharp step over around the ball, and after the step over, land on your forefoot so that you can turn easily. A good move for turning away from the opponent. The children find this movement tricky to start with, but you will soon find them using it in games. Draw the ball back with the underside of your forefoot. Stop inside with the same foot and carry forwards at an angle with the other leg. It may sound strange, but to a certain degree, youth football is an individual sport. Young children in particular are not up to playing together yet. They are still very focused on themselves and the ball. It would be wrong to spend too much time trying to get them to play together. It is better to make sure the children learn ball control through lots of ball contact. When they're older, it's easier to get the team game going as they're ready for it. If they can then manage the ball properly, playing together is easier and quicker. It is perfectly fine to practice rapid footwork with children aged 6, 7 and 8. Increase the speed with lots of ball contact at a quick pace. It's important to stay on the ball in small spaces and get free. Both feet are in contact with the ball, quickly and supply. Quick taps of the ball with the inside of both feet on the spot. These touches should be repeated for all these exercises. Perform the exercises each time after a few touches. Now make a sideward movement between touches. Your position should be well on your forefeet, bend your knees, move your knees straight up, a straight back. Rapid footwork making a half turn. Short interim touches and step over the ball alternately with the weak and strong leg. Not that difficult, but make sure you keep a good posture. Bend your knees. Move supply, as only then will the ball control be effective. Roll from the outside to the inside and immediately push on the other foot. After the rolling, the foot does not leave the ground. The ball is played to the other foot immediately. Step sideways before the ball touches the other foot. Keep moving. Roll the ball with the inside of the foot on the inside foot of the other leg. Touches in between and roll with the other leg. Practice sideways and stay on the spot. The children touch the ball lots of times with all this rapid footwork. This is the way to gain ball control. Especially at this age, messing around with the ball is what they want to do. No passing, just doing something with the ball themselves. Practice repeatedly changing direction. Turn away from the opponent quickly at the right moment. The Group F players perform the movements in combination with passing, receiving and carrying. After receiving the ball is first chopped with the inside and then the outside of the foot. At the same time as the chopping, we therefore practice passing, receiving and carrying the ball with the inside of the foot. Here, the ball is chopped in a rolling movement. Roll your foot properly over the ball and immediately carry the ball the other way. At this age, you cannot expect the movements, passing and receiving and carrying, to be successful. Ball control is still a big problem. The idea is to come back to the exercises and improve a little each time with the right hints. Stand behind the ball properly if you want to stop it. Let the ball hit your foot softly, or it will roll away again.
Pasen, 2 tikjes en rollen. 2 tikjes en dan gaat hij doorheen. Bam! Goed zo. Aan. 2 tikjes.
Step over the ball from the outside to the inside, and after the half turn, carry the ball with the inside of the other leg. A great movement that the kids soon use in games. When passing, the ball is first stopped. The kids take a few steps backwards and then they kick it. Of course, the idea is that the pass gradually comes from the dribble. Draw the ball back with the underside of the foot, and with the outside of the same foot, carry it the other way. Make sure the players turn in the right direction, for instance, to the side of the dribbling leg. Practice with both legs. Being able to beat an opponent with feints and passing movements is very important. Here we see the children practice the well-known scissors movement. The scissors have to be done before the cone. This is tricky, of course, as they have to keep control of the ball so that they end up in front of the next cone. Practice often and stimulate the kids to use the scissors in games. Don't let them listen to leaders and players who tell them to pass the ball immediately. Children this age don't want to pass the ball. They want to do things with the ball at their own feet. A body feint, by pretending that the ball is to be carried with the outside of the foot, but then carrying the ball sideways with the other foot. Don't exert pressure to make them do the exercise perfectly. Just let them play the ball and make sure they try to copy the trainer. The trainer must, of course, be able to lead by example. Don't repeat the same exercise too often. Swap it around and play a few games of 2 against 2 or 4 against 4. Make sure they're on the ball a lot and can use the ball. A solid step over the ball and carry the ball sideways with the outside of the same leg. Use the strong and weak leg alternately. Being able to use both legs is very important. This can be practiced easily, especially at a young age. It would be a shame if a player from a high junior team couldn't use both feet properly.
zijkant en dan neem je hem mee en dan met je andere voet stappen naar de zijkant en je gaat